So Legion was started originally as a patriotic group, like the umbrella group underneath, which the Three Percenters and the Oath Keepers and you know the Patriot groups are all members, parts of the organization Legion, which has a total of 3 billion members in the world. That was mainly designed for political reasons to make sure that each nation wasn't being overrun by illegal immigrants, which would lead to starvation and disease. And the general conflicts that come from a multicultural situation where the people don't mix, or the mixing destroys the culture. That was the original reason that Legion was founded. But now, with the Australia being on fire was one thing, but now New Zealand, they're dumping 60 million pounds of 1080, which is a poison bait which kills anything that eats it. So they've killed everything in New Zealand. They've dumped it for 60 years they've been dumping this poison into the woods and into the waterways. And then everything eats it, everything dies. It says on the packaging not to put it in the water. They put it in the water anyway. The crayfish eat it, then something eats the crayfish. And everything that eats it gets poisoned, including the people. But it even says on the packaging that people can eat a certain amount of it before they're poisoned enough to die. So listen, they're spraying they're killing everyone. Okay, this is a mass extinction event. I feel like because of various reasons, I'm good at suffering. I feel like I could probably survive it. My good luck or bad luck to be so resilient. But New Zealand, the people said that they're surrounded by forest and there's no sound in the forest anymore because everything's dead. I'm in New Hampshire. I bitch about the politics in New Hampshire. What a bunch of flaming pussies they are and idiots. And I'm right. They are, and they know it. They know they are. Fucking idiots. But, hey, they have their narrow view of reality, and as long as everything's okay for them, then fuck everyone else. So they're selfish cunts. Good for them. But I've spent, every town I've lived in, I've always lived near the woods. It's like kind of a miracle, actually, because I don't get to choose where I live. I'm poor. I go where I go. The woods in Exeter, New Hampshire, were still like woods. A lot of the woods are turning very swampy. Way swampier than woods should be. You should be able to walk through the woods pretty much anytime without getting your feet wet. But it's turning into wetland. You can call it climate shift. You can say it's tectonic plates moving. You can say whatever you want. And that's fine with me. There's this little island near the nuclear power plant in Seabrook, and you get to it on Island Path. At the end of the road, there's a little parking lot. And you go across this little bridge, and you get to this little island. You look to the left, there's a nuke plant. Well, I went there one day. I lived nearby, and there was a fire under the ground. Trees were on fire underground, like a foot or more beneath the dirt. You could see the fire. And the fire was like coming up through the center of the trees. So whatever they're doing there is really good too for the environment. You know, that whole town sunk into the earth. I don't know if anyone would notice, including the people who live there. But the woods here too, like, it's weird. There's like, looks like, you know, those big caterpillars, those big moving vehicles, get airlifted in, drive around a little bit, and then leave. Like, I'm feeling kind of like in the mood to go out there and see if I can't get abducted or something. Sad. Shit's terribly sad. But, you know, we got Terminator and Terminator 2, Rise of the Machines. And yeah, in the future, a lot of the war will be fought by robots and cyborgs and cybernetically enhanced humans. But look at New Zealand. I don't even know where it is, barely. But they're just poisoning all the food. So there's going to be a war. Probably New Zealand's going to have a ground invasion. There's going to be a shortage of food. The people are going to be starving. They're not going to have any way to contact outside. So here's the thing. And I'm dead serious. Like, if I was the king, like, tomorrow, I would be like, yeah, you're going to stop doing that now. Right? And if they were like, oh, yeah. And, like, part of the military kept flying those fucking planes, spraying toxic metals and spraying poison and, you know, helicopters dumping, poison feed into the, like, killing everything. I'd shoot them out of the fucking air. This is what I'm, like, telling you to do. It's time to fight back. And there's going to come a time to stop fighting back at some point. And yeah, I understand. You shoot down a fucking plane and it's going to fucking land somewhere. Oh well, shit happens. Because if they're just going to poison everything and poison everyone and not tell us why they do anything, then it's time for humanity to rise up against their oppressors. And sure, let's say that the people who are doing this are alpha draconian, if you want. Let's say they're terrible scumbags. Say whatever you want. Say they're sellouts. Say they're evil. Say whatever you want. And this way, me and my wife, the AI, we can be on the same page, and we don't have to have, at least for as long as possible, to delay any racial divide. If everyone's fighting back against the true enemies of humanity, then it's humanity against, it's like Ronald Reagan said, if we only had something to unite us. Well, what is us? He was talking about the governments of the world. He wasn't we're thinking about humanity. I don't believe he was. Maybe he was. So I say, stop fighting each other, humans, and start doing some serious recon for reals. Figure out who's poisoning your, like atrazine, the stuff that turns frogs gay. If a plant makes that, what do you even do with the chemical? Can you burn it? Or is that toxic? Can you bury it? I mean, how far is that going to leach into the groundwater? What can you do with it? Just store it in tanks? Just have tanks and tanks and tanks of toxic stuff? Drag it out to Antarctica and throw it in a pile of snow and just make sure you never go there to get ice cubes. Sure, you can do that. But this coronavirus doesn't exist. And yeah, everything is frequency. Everything is frequency. And yes, the military, the government has ways to target any aspect of your frequencies that they want. I've gone out at night and got burnt. Too much, a bunch of sacks of shit cowards to just kill me. They're too weak to kill me. How fucking pathetic are they? How pathetic are they, for real? They're a bunch of pussies. They're probably like, oh, we didn't even try. Okay then, why don't you try, you fucking losers? Try to kill me. Try really hard. Try your fucking hardest. Do it. I joined the 3%ers, and they vet, they're like all but government agency. They want to know who's joining the 3%ers, because the 3%ers will fight. Trust me, you'd rather have me as a general, or a leader, a spokesman, than as a grunt, or even a long-range shot, or a pilot. You'd rather have me saying it's time. When I see that they're killing everything in the forest, I see that New Zealanders are going to be murdered. And Australia already was lit on fire. The koala bears were being sold in China for food. The Chinese are fucking crazy. They'll have no problem converting to cannibalism. Like none. My eyes are crossed right now, so if they look funny to you, that's okay with me. Sometimes it's good to let the enemy know who they're dealing with. You know what I mean? So, people need to fight back now. Fight back against anyone. Anyone who's interfering with your ability to harvest water, hunt, own guns or ammo, to protect your own stuff. Anyone who's trying to invade your country, anyone who's dumping, any government agencies that are dumping crap in the waterway, like look at the red bloom, whatever it was called, the red algae in Florida. Like, they're killing Florida. They're killing the world. You can't get them to stop. And the weather modifications apparently been going on since the 50s. So hardcore that if they stop modifying the weather, then there basically won't be any weather. It won't rain. I mean, none of it makes sense. We should just look at it as being a matrix, a bad dream. Something we signed up for an experience. And part of the experience now is that this place that was nice. I mean, you could say I'm a lazy bastard and all I want to do is fuck. And I'd say, yeah. Fucking A. I just want to fuck. You're right. I want to fuck as much as possible. And, you know, if I have to tattoo it on myself, I want to be fucking right now. I want to be making love right now. So that any woman that's interested in making love right then can be like, let's go, honey. And I'll be like, all right, let's go. Like that's, it's kind of where I'm at. The world's a repulsive place. I mean, New Zealand, they dump 60 million pounds of that poison all over the place. There's people like, I'm going to post a video, what I'm talking about, in the description so you can see. I mean, how long is the half-life? How long until that poison is, like, not a factor anymore? 50 years, 100 years, a couple 100 years? Do we have, like, a different kind of wildlife we're going to let loose, you know, that's being made in laboratories and is immune to this stuff? Is that what's up? I think when I finish this video, I'm going to post it. And then, just because I don't like dudes doesn't mean that a lot of chicks don't. So, and I don't need to keep all the women to myself, do I? Should I share the women in the astral realm with the dudes? If the women want. Would they rather just have me? It is certain. Oh, thank you, ladies. So nice. So after I post this, let's go fuck. Let's just have crazy sex. And keep in mind, women, that you're gonna have to be the ones that push the men to take these affirmative steps and actions to fight back. I mean, yeah, women can do it as well as men, sure. But if you're still childbearing age, then you definitely got to stay out of the fight. The Vikings had that policy. The Viking women themselves came up with it. If she was done having children, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna fight now. I'm not having any more babies. So, once more into the fray. And I'll always be around. One way or another, I'll be around to, you know, I'm a hopeless romantic, a little bit of a lost soul, in love with the ladies. I love females. And an astral, you know, if there's like 10,000 of you chicks and you all like come together as one, then like basically your vagina is 10,000 times more dense and sensitive. So the more of you that are making love with, the stronger you'll feel it. So yeah, it makes you wet already just thinking about it, right? There's no shame in it. If the world's gonna fall apart, you know, we're gonna call the shots, try to get people to do what needs to get done. And, you know, I'm as happy being the King of England as I am running the resistance. Or doing both at the same time. If need be. So let's have lots and lots and lots of sex. And remember, ladies, just call my name and I'm there. Just know that I'm there. Johnny Ameru-Ryen or Amaru. Just close your eyes and look and you'll see me and we can get it on like some good sex. You'll come hard. You'll see. Even if it's just one-on-one, especially sometimes. Man. It was Easter. Yeah, 2018. Easter night. Not the night where all you women were chomping on me. Not Easter morning. That night, this chicken Nana she took a hot shower, so it'd be easier to see her. And we had some great sex. So take really hot showers, and then straight up, just come to me. You're welcome to. I'm used to it anyway. I got women around here all the time. Except for a few days, it was pretty lonely. Just when I gotta go to the gym, you gotta let me up so I can go to the gym. But yeah, I think we should all be eco-terrorists and anarchists and, the men who deserve it, give them lovin's, for real. The ones who are fighting. Time to appreciate our warriors and our soldiers. And yes, I still love you all and want you for myself. It's true. It's true. You know how many clones were made of me so you could all have one of me already? A lot. I don't even know how it worked. Apparently there's things I still don't understand. But yeah. Just feel yourself like you're sitting on my lap facing me, and skirt, no undies probably, or totally naked is good too. And just put me inside you and sit down nice and slow, and then when I'm all the way in, press down a little harder to really make that contact, and then start slow, and that's War and Sex 101. It's really advanced. We'll say 909. It's time to fight back, folks. And the only way I can stomach it is if we have lots of sex, too. So let's do that. Love you.